That was a pretty complete win.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with goaltending, right? That end of the first, it easily could have been 2-2. End of the second, it could easily been, 3-3, 3-2, whatever. And Comms, made easy saves easy, and made a couple big ones as well. I thought we defended hard, but they still had their chances. They're a good offensive team. And I thought he made the game as easy as possible on us.
He's been really solid. I think. I mean, your opinion of his play since arrival?
Been excellent. Was really good at home against Cleveland. Was solid in the outdoor game. That's a hard game. I mean, the net's coming off, and you can barely see the ice, the lines, and I don't judge any of our players in that game, except the competitive effort, and the competitive effort was great. So, and then obviously Comms was outstanding tonight. He's proven himself time and again at the NHL level and the American League level that he's a very, very talented goaltender that consistently gives his team a chance to win.
It seemed like the team was playing with a different level of confidence with the puck, especially tonight. Is that because of his influence in the back line?
I think that we went through this week, I think it's been a 15-game run where 14 of the 15 games have either been pretty good or really good. Only one kind of less than subpar performance in that mix. So the guys have been growing their game. I do think I talked about this. I think that the couple weeks of practice kind of helped get some guys' habits back, both offensively and defensively. December was a chaotic month in terms of the schedule, the practice availability, practice at the practice facility a lot. So I do think having a lot of practice time the last couple weeks has been really beneficial in just growing. We got a lot of young players. It's just habits are built in practice, not in games. Games where you get to show them to everybody else. And I think that our habits have gotten a lot better here in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't see the Charlotte weekend, but line switches up. What's behind all that?
Lines, I believe that lines have a shelf life, and they can go stale. And a lot of times it's twosomes you want to keep together more than threesomes. I felt that Beersy and Rusek and Wisey had kind of went stale, not because they weren't playing good, but that's a precision-based line, and they were a little less than precise in the last few weeks. Sometimes putting a guy like Murr with them gets you net front goals and gets you less than precise goals, which the first 2 goals of the game were net front goals, screens and rebounds and blue paint type goals. I think Jost and Rosie and Cooley have been very good together. And then I thought that, getting Wisey with Yabo and Murphy gave them a lot of speed, which helps them get into the offensive zone. And then Yabst and Murphy are really, really high-end players in the offensive zone. Wisey did a good job transporting the puck for them a lot and getting them into the offensive zone. So that was the theory behind it. Sometimes it doesn't work. Tonight it did.
The penalty kill was perfect tonight. Your thoughts on that?
Penalty kill was excellent. Obviously, it starts with your goaltending, but I thought our execution, that's a really good power play. I think it's 4th in the American League. Dangerous, weapons everywhere, creative, really well-run power play with a lot of skill. And I thought Pacher gave our guys a great game plan of how we wanted to defend it. And we took away a lot of their, for lack of better terms, their A chances and gave up C chances, and then Comrie did a really good job making those saves.
So it's 6-0 win tonight. You have a huge stretch coming up here over the next couple of weeks. How much confidence and kind of extra energy is this performance going to give you moving forward?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I do, it's great to get rewarded because I do think that, Murr's a great example of it. Brett Murray's playing great hockey. And for whatever reason, offensively, he wasn't getting rewarded very much. He creates a lot of goals, maybe on screens, but maybe he wasn't getting a rebound goal, or we're not shooting enough to get him those types of goals. So it's good to see him get rewarded. It's good to see Kozak, who's played excellent for us, get rewarded with some offense. Like sometimes those things can really jumpstart some individuals with their confidence if their offensive game, and then the more individuals you have feeling good, the more the team game grows.
Do you have an update on Davies at all or not?
I don't. I really didn't like the play. I thought it was an egregiously dirty, really unnecessary dirty play. That was disappointing to see. The refs called it, so it's great, but didn't like the play at all. And he's probably going to miss some time with a lower body injury. Yeah.
Just talking about Murray, the first goal was all him and Rusek. They're both in front of the net.
Rusek did a great job screening there as well. But yes, we've been emphasizing that for the last 6 weeks. In the last 2 years, we've been a really good offensive team the last 3 years. But it's not just because we've had skill. We've scored a lot of what we just refer to as blue paint goals, screens, tips, rebounds. And in the first 15, 20 games, we just haven't had enough of those, and most of our goals are skill goals. Well, as the season goes on, teams defend harder, and they're going to give you less line rushes and less power plays, and you're not going to get as many pretty goals. There are games in the first 15 games that we'd have 4 or 5 highlight reel goals in the game. Those are going to go away. You're going to maybe get 1 or 2 of those when you're playing really good teams in this time of the year or later in the year. You have to add in those dirty goals. And we had those first 2 tonight, and obviously Neuchev's goals right on top of the blue paint as well. We scored Yap's goals right on top of the blue paint. So probably 4 of our goals tonight were more of the dirty variety instead of the highlight reel variety. And that's how you get to a number that's a good number. Tonight was 6.
You say the scoring streak is going, and Neuchev all of a sudden is a 5-game streak going, so he's sort of finding his own game.
Yeah, Neuchev's growth of his game lately has been fun to see. And his habits, his daily work ethic, just all of that stuff has just been on point, which is so, like I said earlier, you form your habits and all those things in practice, and we've been seeing it for 2 months now with him, and now more often it's coming out in games. Rusek's playing his best hockey of his career in North America. It's not even close. I had no idea he had that point streak until I saw it on social media. Somebody let me know about it. He could have 5 points in those 11 games, and I'd still say he's playing his best hockey since he's been in North America. That line went up against Lisinski's line tonight. That's a really good first line for them. And that's a tough assignment. Not only did they win the assignment, but they got 2 goals offensively as well. Rusek's competitive level right now, his willingness to be a hard player, to win puck battles, to block shots is just, it's at his all-time high for him. And he's always going to make plays. And that's never going to go away. But I just really like how difficult he is to play against right now.
What have your thoughts been on your league since you got back from the World Juniors?
Excellent. Something he talked about to me, that last year coming back from World Juniors, he struggled for the first 6, 7 games. He felt he was having trouble adjusting, first of all, the emotional toll of the World Juniors. Second of all, going from playing against boys to playing against men again. And in his words, he didn't touch the puck very much. And so his focus coming back has been to work and to hunt and to move his feet and go forecheck. Because when you do those things, you get to have the puck. You get the puck back. And I think he's done those things really well over the last 3 games.